Well, we want to race in the next race, this year's race, because it's one that we don't know, and the one that's got all the possibilities. I've raced many in the past, and I've dominated, you know, and then when I dominated, I wasn't able to finish. So, because today's cars are probably, it's the best chance of finishing because the reliability factor. There was no problem about being aggressive or being competitive. It's just that I had a tough time completing 500 miles here. I would have loved to compete against Fangio, Manuel Fangio. I would have loved to compete against my first idol, Alberto Ascari, you know, when I was still a young lad in Italy. You know, those are the idols that obviously got me interested, got me energized about the sport. Bill Vukovich against Jimmy Bryan, you know, and many others. You always like to compare. Once you're in the game, you know, you want to compare with the entire history. And the history of IndyCar racing is very, very rich. It's not the obvious, but the World Championship is what means the most to me, because that's when my desire and passion began for motor racing. And that's when I was a teenager still living in Italy. And quite honestly, the first big race at the top level, world level, was the Italian Grand Prix in 1954, which I was 14 years of age. And that was 1 year before we came to America. And that's where, you know, I said my most ambitious goal is to become world champion. And as the Lord would have it, that's where I clinched my world championship in Monza.